Hello, traders. I am Ricky Gaspard. Today is September 17th, 2023, and I would like to introduce to you the Trend Chaser. I've been working on this script for several months. I wanted to call it something else, but I didn't. I wanted to call it just by the arrows, but I think there was a risk there, so I decided on Trend Chaser, and it actually fits it pretty good. So instead of just looking for stocks, what we're going to do to explain how this indicator works is we're just going to take a random list. I'm in on demand. It's 9:44 September the 5th, and we're just going to go down the list and we're going to check and see how the indicator has performed. So it's going to plot yellow arrows up or down. And you can see on this stock is CGC, and it's the first one in the list. And back here, the stock was pretty much flat in pre-market. After market open, it gave a yellow arrow that it was going down, but then immediately turned around and gave a up arrow that the trend had changed. And the stock took off and it went up and up and up. So what this is doing is it's plotting trends. So you're not going to see a bunch of multiple arrows being plotted along the way. This indicator is not based on volume or volume spikes. It looks back to determine which way the stock has a greater possibility of heading. And it does that through ATR numbers. It does numerous calculations, and it's always watching for a trend change. So it plotted a up arrow here at market open and it pulled back, and notice it did not give you a get out indicator because the overall trend did not change. So you would have held through these three pullbacks and continued on into the profit even here because we do not have a yellow arrow saying get out. So let's try the next stock, Tesla. So this is pre-market. Tesla was pretty much flat. It did have some movement. Just before market open, you got the indicator to tell you, hey, that this is probably going to gap up at open. And it really did. It gapped up and did not pull you out through this volatility here. It didn't give you a yellow arrow down, and the stock went up even higher, and now it's pulled back again. So overall, the trend has not changed. We may be going into consolidation here, but the trend has not changed to down. The third stock is TLRY. And during pre-market, it was pretty much flat. At market open, it gave a yellow arrow that the stock was going to go up, and it did. Several pullbacks, several sellers. Did not take you out too early, and it's still going. I'm not going to let time run since we're on a 5-minute chart. And this indicator does work very well on 5-minute. I'm also being told it works well on 3-minute. Others are using it on 1-minute. I have like 4 or 5 testers out there. Haven't actually heard back from them. So maybe it's working for them, maybe it's not. But it's Sunday, and I did a bunch of fine-tuning the last couple of days since they've had it. And I feel that it's time to put it out. It's doing its job. There's no sense in holding back. Let's go to the next stock, NKLA. You can see it sold off in pre-market, consolidated, gave you an indicator it was going up. This is a cheaper stock. But as always, I always say hold on at market open. Let's let it calm down. And you'll be able to do that. Let it calm down. Even though we're in a bad market right now, we're still finding some winners. AMD. AMD gave an indicator at pre-market just before open that it was going down, and it did. The trend changed. but the ATR hadn't confirmed a trend change until here. I don't know where this stock is going to head. It could head right back up to here. But to save time on this video, I'm not going to hang on for another 30 minutes. We'll move on to the next one, NEO. NEO gapped down at pre-market. After market open, it gave a yellow arrow. Now these arrows are not going to post when this candle first starts rising. The yellow arrow probably won't pop in till here because it needs to confirm the trend. And it was correct on this one. But you would have had to get out once this red arrow come in, because you got to remember this is trend changes and it didn't change to here. So whenever you're in profit in something and you see red coming in and you get a bigger red candle like this, probably best to take profit along the way up and just hang on till the last few until the trend is over. Always use caution when trading, especially if you have a large share size involved. Let's try Apple. Apple was flat in pre-market. Market open. Apple took off, but we got a bunch of chop. But had you got in down here somewhere, you probably wouldn't be negative. You probably could have held on. I probably wouldn't, to be honest with you, when you get this kind of chop. In fact, I probably wouldn't have even bought this until it was confirmed by a second green candle. You still have to learn. You still have to watch price action. As always, these indicators are not 100%. They're pretty good, but they're not 100%. So there's always that chance of the stock turning around on you. NVIDIA, very choppy. Would not have got into this. This is a very volatile market open. I mean, even if you said, okay, I'm getting in, you probably could have got out at break even. But sometimes that happens. This is why I always suggest let's let the market calm down before you just jump in. PLTR, very volatile. Back to that pre-market warning. Amazon gave an indication it was going down at market open. It definitely did. The trend didn't change till here. This is where you would watch and see if it's going to continue rising. INTC dropped down in pre-market, slowly started creeping up. Market opened. It says it's going up, and it went up. Pulled back a little, went up even more. Pulled back and gave you a get out right here. Ford, very volatile. Would not have traded that probably. BAC, market opened. It gave you an indication to get in. This is that pre-market warning. Always let it calm down. I prefer to wait 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know about you, but I like to get this all to end before I risk my money. So this one gave you an indication in pre-market. It went up and it went up and it went up, gave a big red candle. But if you got in down here somewhere, you're not negative. Then it started chopping, but it's still going up. So overall, the trend has not changed. This was just a sell-off of people probably taking profit. So we can do this all day long. We can look at stock after stock after stock. This one's going down. This one probably going down. Because we haven't really had a good market this week or last week to really base this indicator on, but it did do its job on certain stocks. So let's take a look at the script itself, because the script is fully adjustable to your trading style. I like programming them that way because we don't all trade the same. So if you go to studies and edit studies, this is the trend chaser. And if you click this gear icon, these are the two main settings that you need to change. Actually, three if you want to short it. I did put a short in here. This modified is kind of like a moving average, the difference between exponential and simple. So you can change this. If it's unmodified, it's going to be more like simple moving average. Modified kind of smooths it out a little bit. Even though it's not based on moving averages, it's based on ATR numbers. This period is how far do you want the script to look back before plotting a yellow arrow. So you can probably take this pretty far back if you wanted to for long term. Me, I would probably just add a number at a time. Watch the arrows as you change them. This ATR factor, this is how soon do you want the script to plot an arrow after a trend change has been determined. So this is probably going to plot the arrow up or down within the next candle after the trend change, or in this case, candle and a half. Now I know there's no such thing as a half a candle, but there probably is, probably one that's not as long as the other. But anyway, you can bring this up to 2 if you wanted to. You can even bring it up to 3 or 4 for longer term if you don't want to be taken out of the stock so soon. I find that 1.5 is a great number to run it on. And I find that an ATR period of 2, these numbers work good for me because I like scalping. So the smaller these numbers, the more accurate for scalping the indicator will be. If you're a swing trader, you may want to try 3 and 2. If you're a long-term trader, you might want to try longer numbers than that, larger numbers. So I've included these instructions in the code. This is how you read the code, is click this little tablet. So right here I've explained the trend type, the ATR period, the ATR factor. I've gave a couple of warnings. Well, one warning, and I gave you an important notice here. Please read this when you load the indicator. And these are the 2 numbers you're going to be changing through the gear icon. Of course, these will never change when you change them through the gear icon, but the script knows to look at the numbers you choose. So what's good is I have also created a scan, and it's called the Trend Chaser Scan. And it's going to find all of the yellow arrows for you, whether they be up or down. So if you use 5-minute time frame, make sure that in the scan, let's kill this on demand. You use this indicator. This is the scan, Trend Chaser Scan. And if you change the numbers in the indicator, you need to come in here and click this pencil icon. And you need to change these numbers to equal the numbers you changed in the indicator. That's going to allow the scan to find stocks to the numbers you chose. And you have to change both of these lines, make them match. Let me pull it over there. I got multiple screens and it keeps popping up on another screen. So these are those 2 numbers in the scan. You would change these exactly as you have them on your indicator. So this scan is finding stocks both going up and going down. So the list of stocks that it's going to give you, you will need to check each one. And really you don't. If you have the volume spike on your watch list and you pull this scan up in your watch list, the volume spike is going to tell you the direction it's headed. As soon as this scan refreshes, that's when you really need to check it, because that's when they're going to be the most accurate. Of course, it's not going to work on the weekend because I can't run a scan. I don't have a live market. But to bring it up in your Market Watch tab, you just need to click on Market Watch tab, make sure you're on Quotes, Watch List, Personal, and go find that Trend Chaser scan, and they will pop up here. You may only get a few sometimes, you may get more other times. And make sure that you adjust this time frame. If you're going to use that indicator on a 1 minute chart, change these two to 1 minute. Don't change these up here. And let's see what else I need to talk about here. I think I need to mention that I need you to practice with this indicator. It's just being released. Don't just start trading with it come Monday. Adjust the numbers, take some time, spend some time with it. Adjust the numbers to your liking. When you get it to where you want the indicator to perform, that's when you would go over and change these scan numbers. That way you have everything matching, everything's going to be more accurate for you. And that would be the best way to use it. So I think you're going to enjoy this one. It's kind of a break away from volume spikes and moving average crossovers. It's a more comfortable, laid back kind of trading. And I'm going to include the files over on Discord. You're going to find the indicator scan over in TOS scripts. And you're going to find the scans over in TOS scans. But depending on where you're watching this video, if you're over on usethinkscript.com, I'll include them down below the video. And if you have any questions, just comment below the video or head on over to Discord if you're in our Discord and leave me a message over in support. And I'll get to you as soon as I can. Been pretty busy lately, but I think I've been getting there pretty quick. Plus, we have a lot of other people helping, and I really appreciate their help. Gives me more time to explore the coding that I write and to test it instead of spending time in support. And I understand a lot of you are new to trading, a lot of you are new to Discord, but we've got plenty of help for you over there. So I hope you enjoy this new indicator. And as always, have a blessed day. And God bless.